Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to another video. And today I want to just talk about being in a position where you can start your own moving company or provide moving services without not necessarily owning your own truck. And we are here on Google, which everyone is familiar with Google. And I typed in Uhaul, and I'm going to show you the steps that you take to literally rent a moving truck. If you have the ability to generate some interest with clients, with people that are willing to pay you, well, it's as easy as just booking a moving truck on Uhaul, because that's exactly what I need to do right now, being that I have a moving gig lined up for today, for this afternoon actually, and I shouldn't have waited until this close, but initially I was just going to use my cargo van, but they mentioned they have a few other items that they would like us to take care of for them, and it only makes sense to make it easier, where technically I make less money, but my goal is to provide high quality professional services that will help my customer not only achieve whatever it is they're trying to achieve, in this case move some items from one place to another place, but also help them with saving money and saving time. Yes, it all depends also on how you offer your rates, how you charge your customers. Some people have just kind of a set quote, others do an hourly rate. I do an hourly rate just because it's clear cut, it's easy, it's not something you have to think about. So it's kind of simple, it's kind of, there it is. You worked this many hours, you worked an hour and a half, okay. No kind of having to guess. Let me give you, I'll give people an estimate as to what I think a ballpark figure. So in any case, even in my position, technically, I'm probably losing out by providing and offering because I charge a fee for my van, my cargo van as well. In this case, I'll be using a U-Haul, which means I'll be reducing the number of trips we would be doing, because if we used my cargo van, that would be multiple trips, which means it would take longer, which means I would make more money. That's not, I want to make money, but I also want to help my clients. And the goal isn't to milk the clock. I've worked with people like that in the past. I've been told to slow down, literally, because they felt like I was working too fast and too hard, and I was taking away from their earnings, their money. So I'm not in a position where I want to, where I'm like desperate and I'm like, oh, I'm going to screw over. I don't want to say screw, but yeah, I think it's kind of screwing your customers over if you intentionally. Now, not to say I don't have times where it just doesn't make sense for me to go pick up a van, or maybe I'm in a time crunch, and for me to have to account for the time it's going to take me to drive to a U-Haul, stand in line, go get it, check it out, then have to return it. Sometimes I don't have that time, and it just makes more sense to use my cargo van. And maybe you do have to do an additional trip, but sometimes if the distance between the two destinations aren't far, it's not warranted. It doesn't okay, you can use your cargo van, do 2 trips, and it'll still probably be cheaper or be done quicker than it would take me to go pick up a U-Haul truck, get it, us load it all up, do the move, unload, and then get the truck back. In any case, if you are in a position where you happen to find work, now you might say, well, yeah, I want to start a moving business, but how do I find work? How do I find opportunities? Right now, as the economy is starting to open back up, is a great time to look for moving opportunities if this is something that you're interested in, or if this is the industry you're in. And I would say, there are tons of platforms that you can go on, even Facebook Marketplace. I found joining real estate groups or kind of yard sale groups, things like that, finding people that are in a position where they're buying large items and being able to just see those postings and comment saying, hey, if you need help with picking this item up, feel free to reach out to us, and have a link to your company business Facebook page. Now, I'm not even as active on my Facebook page as I should be. I just have it synced up to my Instagram page for AdamHelper, and when I post on one, it pretty much usually goes to the other. I haven't been doing it recently, but I will be improving our presence on Facebook as well. But the point is, you can find tons of opportunities on Facebook by being creative, and not just depending on your company Facebook profile page, but joining groups, yard sale groups, or joining real estate groups. Found an opportunity down kind of in towards the Cape area from someone that was in a real estate Facebook group, and it was pretty much within 24 hours or like that same weekend type of opportunity, last minute type of thing. You can find work in places like Facebook Marketplace and Facebook various groups. There's Craigslist still, which is a fan favorite. Craigslist, I don't think it's as poppin', so to speak, when it comes to finding work like this as it used to be, but there definitely are opportunities, and also finding other people that are looking for work or needing kind of one-off help with buying items. Again, similar, you can potentially find opportunities on Craigslist, and also posting your own kind of little sales pitch, your own little moving building marketing pitch on Craigslist is also an option as well. And, of course, there are obvious things. Being listed on, getting your company, your brand listed on Google so that if someone types in moving services in your town, whatever your town is, hopefully if you happen to target that well, you can be a presence that shows up when someone Googles it. And I recently found someone had recently booked me for a pretty nice big opportunity coming up where they said it was through Google. They were looking for handyman services because of their need. And that's essentially what I've kind of targeted, because I didn't want to target moving services just because it's already pretty much conquered, I feel like, here in Boston. But by targeting handyman services, it kind of encompasses a variety of services that I do provide, some that I don't. But still, I figured, hey, it'll be a little more unique, a little different, and will help me stand out. And in this case, it paid off well. So that's something for you to consider as well. And then there are gig apps. My favorite is TaskRabbit, that I've mentioned to people and created content for on my other channels. That's probably, I literally drive leads that go to my website to my TaskRabbit profile to book me if they would like to, and not kind of do the back and forth game. With TaskRabbit, it allows them to pretty much just pull up my schedule and just book me right there on the spot. You got to pay a little bit more, but you have that ability to not have to do the texting or phone calls or emails back and forth, and you can just book it, get it done with, and go on your merry way. And they also have that additional kind of sense of security, knowing that it's going through a vetted, proven platform like TaskRabbit. So those are a few different ways that you can go about finding work, finding opportunity. There's tons of other ideas. Maybe I'll make another video talking about how you can find work and opportunities to start and build and grow your moving business, your moving company. But now that you have an opportunity or two where someone says, well, hey, I need your help. I want to rely on you to help me with moving, whether it's moving a desk, moving a few items, moving an apartment, moving a house, a small house, whatever it might be. Hopefully if it's a bunch of small items, then you'll be good on your own and you'll just need a vehicle. But if it's a two-man item like a desk and it's you not moving it with the client, well, you're obviously going to need to have some helpers lined up. You obviously need someone to assist you that is strong and capable of lifting and whatnot. So again, video for another day. This is assuming you already have someone else lined up who's interested in making money with you and capable and fit, whatever it might be. But assuming all of that is taken care of, you have an opportunity lined up for later today, which we do, and you have the ability to make money. I mean, you have a helper who is interested in making money and helping you with moving whatever it might be. The next thing you want to do is consider getting a vehicle to help with transporting and moving the items. And we, like I said, are here on Google. I went to just Uhaul. I'm just going to walk you guys through the steps because I actually have to get a Uhaul for a small move that we have today. And I'm hoping the trucks are still available. I thought about it at the last minute, like, well, you know what? We'll just make it easier and rent a truck. Like I said earlier, yes, I'm technically going to take a hit, but that's fine. I'll make less money because it's going to speed up the job. We'll do less trips, but that is completely fine. My goal is to help my clients to achieve whatever it is they're trying to do in a efficient and a effective way that doesn't necessarily take forever and cost them a fortune. My rates are already fairly competitive, so I feel like taking this approach helps them to save a few dollars and it helps to speed up the job. It keeps us both happy. Yeah, I make a little less, but my goal is to keep my clients happy and keep them coming back to me for more business. And this is a valued customer that I have worked for numerous times and hopefully continue to work for numerous times because of actions and things like this that help them to save a few dollars while getting high quality professional services. So if you are now in a position where you have work lined up, you have a helper to assist you with moving, and you need to rent a moving truck. You need to get a moving truck. I like U-Haul. Some people hate U-Haul, some people don't, some people do. Everyone to each his own. U-Haul, there are various U-Hauls all around, so it's convenient. So we're going to go to U-Haul's website, and we are here on their website. I'm going to sign in just because it makes it easier, I believe. Okay, so now that we are logged in, and you technically don't need to log in on U-Haul if it's your first time coming here to rent a truck. You probably won't have that ability, but you can create an account and just make it easier for yourself so that most of your information will already be on file, and it will help you with speeding through this process next time you have to go about renting a truck. So we are going to pick a location. We're just going to add a zip code. We're going to add it for today. just do get rates. Usually I click on the type of truck first. I do want to let you guys just get a glimpse of the different rates. And the first two, it pretty much is similar. I mean, they are the exact same, but then when you go to from the first two, which is the 8-foot pickup truck and the 9-foot cargo van, which is similar to what I currently own, when you go from those two to the 10-foot truck and the 15-foot truck, well, pretty much just moving forward, you notice the difference first is within the mileage. So the first two options, the mileage plus $1.09 per mile, but then the 10-foot truck, it jumps up 50 cents per mile. But then on the 15-foot truck, the mileage stays, as well as on the 20-foot truck and the 26, the mileage all stays the same, jumps up to that $1.59 per mile. So if you look at the rate, you see $19.95 on the first two, as we mentioned, but then we see that same $19.95 on the 10-foot truck, but it was the plus per mileage that increases. And then from there, the 15-foot truck goes up to $29.95, and then the 20-foot truck is $39.95, and the 26-foot truck is $39.95 as well. So in our particular situation, I mean, I think technically the 10-foot truck is going to be enough. You know, I question, or I kind of like 15-foot truck might make it easier just to play it safe, but we are in a position where technically if I need to go back, I'm already doing like 2 other moves for this same client pretty much over the next week or 2 weeks. One job with this client is actually a move up to Vermont. So in any case, I will be able to go back, and if there is 1 or 2 little items that we need to pick up and take care of, we can do that during those other trips. So this, I believe, the 10-foot truck, I mean, I question, I'm kind of like 15-foot truck will definitely be more than enough space. 10-foot truck, I'm like, will that be enough? I mean, if I pack it, it definitely will be, but even just throwing stuff in, I think 10-foot truck will be more than enough space, and we don't have to pay the whole $30 plus $30. Instead, it would be the $20 pretty much. So we're going to go forward with the 10-foot truck. Now that we know which item we would like to work with, we're going to check. I'm going to press select. And we have the 600 Mystic Avenue on Mystic Valley Parkway in Somerville, and it's open. It's available. Pickup time, we can do 11:15 because it's almost it's 10:53 right now, so they probably need like a 20-minute 15-minute window to have a vehicle prepared, or enough time. So right now, like I said, it's 10:54, 10:53, so they wanted to allow me to pick it up at 11, but I'm going to do 11:15, which it might still be available at 11 even if I like go over there early. I'm not too far from there, so we're going to do that. I always needed 12, yeah, we'll say 4 hours is good. I don't think we'll need it for the full 4 hours. We could probably do less, but I think keeping it at 4 is good, just to play it safe so they're not kind of overbooking it or anything like that. We'll do continue. Some people say never do all these insurance coverage things. Me personally, I always do the safe move. I've never done the like safe move plus immediately reimburse Uhaul for damage. I'd rather not risk having to pay the rental truck you have selected has an approximate value of up to $25,000. Yeah, I don't want to have to pay. I mean, and I'll be making a video on this, but I'm planning on buying a new cargo van. I was thinking about a small 10-foot truck, similar to what we're looking at here. You guys can see what the price tag has for this used one. So I will be making some additional videos kind of talking about that investment journey in the process that I'm currently going through. But we're going to move forward with the safe move. The safe move is a $14 fee, and it covers accident damage and theft of Uhaul trucks, accident damage to your belongings, and includes medical life protection for you and your passenger. And this has up to $80,000 in potential benefits. For me, the biggest thing is it covers accident damage and theft of the Uhaul trucks, and then includes medical and life protection for me and my passenger. And I believe my credit card that I use, or one of the cards I have, I don't even know if I use the correct one that has it, but has some kind of insurance rental like coverage or something as well. I got to look into that a little bit more, but I never usually do any of these additional fees, so I do no thanks. I do not need Safe Trip, especially for local moves. I have my own equipment, so I do no thanks. I do not need these items, although dollies can be helpful depending on what it is you're doing. I always come up here and just click no thanks. I don't need storage. And we do no thanks. I do not need supplies because I have boxes and things of my own. And we'll do no thanks. I don't need movers because I am a mover. And hey, another opportunity. I'm not sure how you can potentially get listed on Uhaul's kind of list of movers there, but that right there was another potential opportunity where if you are trying to start your own business, finding out, maybe I'll make a video on this, but finding out how you can get your business listed and being kind of part of Uhaul's movers program might be a good move as well, because there might be people that are like, hey, I need to get a truck, and then they go through this process and they're like, you know what, I really don't want to have to do this myself. I'm gonna just hire a mover because it's gonna be a lot of hard work. So that might be a good opportunity right there as well if you're looking for work with your new moving business. So we can see the fee right now is going to be $0. You have a 10-foot truck has been added to your cart. Your rental may qualify you for 1 month of free storage at participating locations. Save your back, hire a moving helper in your area to load your equipment. So again, they're trying to upsell this mover program that they have. I'm not too sure what kind of how the pay is set up, anything of that sort. They probably get a cut, I would imagine. So it might not be the best opportunity, but maybe it is as you are trying to start and just get the ball rolling. So you can see we have our van here, our 10-foot truck. It's a $20, $19.95 with a $1.59 per mile. We're going to do an 11:15 pickup, which is in about 15 minutes. So this is great. If you need a last minute pickup of a truck, there will be occasions like today where it is possible. However, if it's moving season, I wouldn't risk anything like this usually. I would be prepared and have this booked up days in advance, especially around that end of August, beginning of September, specifically if you are here in Boston and Massachusetts. But being that it's May, June, we still can kind of get lucky here and there where you can do a same day booking of a moving truck that we're doing right now. So we have our truck here, pick it up 15 minutes, Mystic Valley Parkway in Somerville. Damage coverage is $14 and no additional fees that we'll be paying there. Environmental fee is $1 though. So the subtotal is $34.95 with a $1.59 per mile fee. So this is what we can expect if you weren't driving far. When we do checkout, all right guys, so you can see right now the total due today is $0. All fields are required unless indicated otherwise. Contact information. This is the beauty of having already created an account with Uhaul. My information is already here. We got my name, we got my number, we got my email address. Of course, you guys shouldn't be able to see any of this. You have billing address saved. Bam, receive my order detail summary by text message. No, how do you prefer to be contacted? Phone, email, we'll say text message is fine. So now that we have our updated credit card information in there, as you can see right now, still total due today as of right now, complete this purchase. So we press the complete this purchase button and it's going to be loading up and your equipment has been reserved. You have your reservation number and next step, online check-in. Checking in before picking up your equipment cuts your wait time in half, securely save your preferences. You never have to type them in again. Ensures your privacy by eliminating exchange. So we're going to do check-in today because this is literally less than 15 minutes from now that I will be going over there to pick it up. And you have your online checking, rental requirements, mileage estimator, and then review and submit. So you guys should have your first name in here, your last name. You're going to fill out your date of birth and add a alternate phone number. If you don't have one, I don't know what you do, but I'm lucky that we have a business line and whatnot. Okay, so we will have to confirm that all of our upload now, and it does help to have your license, pictures of your license in here. It does help to speed up the process so you don't have to deal with this again when you are there inside of the actual store. Now, sometimes it doesn't, for some reason, get logged in and you do have to still do it, but it does help to speed it up most of the time. So you'll add in all of your correct information, upload a copy of your license, your front and back. If not, that's fine. You want your customer address to be here. So now that you've added all of your up-to-date information, your address, your driver's license, a photocopy of the front and the back, even just taking a picture with your phone might be sufficient. All you got to do. And then you just come here and press next step. Now we have the mileage estimator, so we can actually start to estimate how much this total job will cost based off of the mileage. I'm gonna say 15, 30, we'll say about 50. I think it should be under 50 miles, but we're gonna say 50 miles in total just to play it safe. I think it's over, and this will help us with kind of gauging, okay, it should be under this total amount. So you can see cost per mile, $1.59, and then the estimated total is almost $80. So if we do next. So next up, you will review your checking information. You just want to make sure your name, your license, your date of birth, all of that information is correct, your address, and that everything looks good. You'll come down, you have locations, information where you're going to drop it off, pick it up, information about returning it, and then you have the rental equipment fees. So you got the truck fee, one rental period at $19.95 for this whole period. So, and I don't think it's going to change. Now, if we had this truck for, I don't know what exactly a period is considered. If it was exceeding, it might be 24 hours, maybe not. That's what I have to find out the nitty gritty on, if that would change much or maybe not, depending on how long you have the vehicle for. But as you can see in this case, for the 4-hour block, it says $19.95, safe move, the insurance is $14. Then you have the environmental fee, which is $1. And then our mileage estimator saying we're going to potentially go about 50 miles, brings us to $79.50. Then you have a flat tax, which is $2. And so the equipment subtotal is $116.45. And then the estimated taxes due is $7.16, which brings the total for the truck $123.61. Now, some of you might say, and of course you want to come down here and read the truck user guide and the terms and conditions before it, because you can't click it otherwise. Now, some of you guys might say or might think that this is insane. I would never spend that much money on a truck because then you don't make anything. But the way you do it is essentially have your client pay for the truck fee. Let your client know that, okay, for me and my helper and a moving truck, you have to already come in here and you have to already do your math and already have the estimated mileage so that you know how much money it's going to cost for the truck. So when you are speaking with your client and you give them a quote, the quote is including you having to pay Uhaul for their moving truck. So we're going to do complete check-in, and now we can see our truck is ready to go, ready for us to pick it up and drop it off and do the do and make some money and get grinding, because so many people out there have so many excuses about this, that, and the other. And hey, I don't own a large moving truck today, but I have a successful handyman company that provides moving services and delivery services. Yeah, I can give you guys excuses as to why I haven't blown up yet, why I'm not a millionaire yet, why we don't have a fleet of vehicles and this, that, and the other, but no one wants to hear all that. We all can give excuses why we aren't here, but I'm trying to help give you guys, instead of excuses, I'm trying to give you guys solutions and give you guys some answers or ways to achieve some of the goals that you want to achieve. And I'm sure a lot of you, the goal is to, you don't want to necessarily be moving things all day, every day, but I love being my own boss. I like the physical workout component that I get for moving and providing general labor and handyman services. And I like the satisfaction of helping people do things that they need help with and that they couldn't do on their own. That feels good. It's rewarding. And so, hey, everyone's different. Whatever it is that's driving you to, even watch this video in the first place, I just want to say, get after it, my friends. Keep it moving. I think you can do whatever it is you're trying to do. You just got to start and keep with it. If you fall, that's okay. Brush yourself off and try again. And in this case, if you don't have a moving truck, well, I just showed you how you can go about renting a U-Haul truck. And there are other options, other available budget, for example, that has trucks that might be better for you. And there are others. But my goal is just to show you how you can go about renting a moving truck, a cargo van, even a pickup truck for a job that you might not have all of the tools and equipment, but you can rent things to help you with building up and saving up towards purchasing your own vehicles or tools and equipment. And I will definitely consider showing you guys other rental options that will help you with being able to provide services to people that need help, even though you don't own the tools and equipment to do so. So there you guys have it. I hope you found this video helpful as we kind of start to really build up this new channel, and I'm trying to provide you guys with motivation and solution and reviews and kind of personal perspective on different tools and equipment and just things like this, starting your own moving business and how you can provide services without owning the tools and the equipment needed to do so. So there you guys have it. If you haven't yet, I would definitely appreciate it if you like this video, and after that, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, because then you can stay up to date on all of our latest videos. And while you are down there, feel free to leave a comment down below letting me know if you thought this video was helpful, motivational, encouraging, and if you have any other advice or suggestions that you would give to someone that's considering just needing to rent a vehicle, get access to a vehicle so they can start their little side hustle or their moving business. And lastly, while you guys are down there, feel free to comment and let me know how I can help you. Peace.